Welcome back. So all our files have been uploaded successfully, and we can now close this window, and we can see the files are organized just as we had it in our directory. So the CSS, the images, and then the index, right? So when I open the images, I should be able to see the files in the images folder. So let me go back to my buckets. So the next thing is to grant read access to the public, right? So that they will be able to view our website. Now, you might argue or ask that, but we enabled public access during the creation of the bucket. Yes, the fact that you enabled public access to your bucket doesn't make the object publicly accessible. You will have to now grant that rule explicitly. So let's go ahead and then create a bucket policy. So with that, we'll go to permissions, and here we are going to use the policy editor. All right, so I'll click edit, and for the policy there are two ways. You can use the policy generator, or you can add the statement here, or if you know your game, you can just write it straight ahead from the editor page, right? And we'll also need our buckets ARN. I'll copy this to the clipboard, and I'll show you both ways of creating your statement. Now let's do it here first. So I'll click on add statement, and then my statement ID is grant public read access, and the principal is everyone. I'll just do star for everyone. So this is the principal, and then the effect is to what? Allow. Now the action. So for action, I will just do for this our service. So it's S3 further search for get object. So the public can do a get object action on my S3, right? And then I'll go ahead and add a resource, and the resource is what? An object in my S3 bucket. So I'll paste my S3 ARN here, and for object is all objects, so I'll also give it a star, right? So star means all object or everyone, okay? And for the principal means all account. So now my read policy is successfully created. Now let's use the policy generator to create this same policy, and let's see how that looks like. So I'll click on policy generator. That opens another tab, and for the type of service is S3 bucket policy, and it's what? Allow. For principal is star, so it's all account, just this, okay? And for the actions is a get object, so I'll look for get object. All right, so this is it. I'll just select only this action, and then my resource ARN name is my S3, okay? And I'll do star / and then a star, okay? And then I'll now click on add statement. So if I click on generate policy, it should give me the same policy just as I created in the policy generator. So if you look at this side by side, so let me just copy this, all right, except for the statement that you will have to specify yourself. So I'll just copy this and paste it at the bottom here, and we can compare. So here it has what? An ID. The ID is optional, so for the policy generator you can choose to add it or not, right? And then the version, this, and then now the statement. So let's ignore the statement ID and then now look at the action itself. So you can see is what? S3 get object, allow, and then the ARN is the same as what we have here, and then the principal is all account, so you can see it's what? Star. All right, so that is about the policy, but I won't save this, okay? I'll just cancel it. Now for us to appreciate that the website is currently not publicly accessible, I'll go back to the properties, and what I'll do is I'll copy this link. So this is the link to our website currently, okay? So I'll copy this link, and then in a new tab I'll paste this link and press enter, and you should see it gives us what? A 403 forbidden, right? It means that the access is what? Denied. Okay, so now let's go back and then rewrite the policy and save the policy, and let's see if we'll be able to access this website. So I'll edit it again, and let me copy the bucket ARN, add statement, and yes, this time I'll say grant public read access, and the principal is star. For action, I'll search for the service S3, and I'll search for get object. Right, it looks like writing the statement using the policy editor. This way it's more easier than the policy generator, but whichever way works for you, you can use that. I'll add the resource, so that is done, and I'll click on save. Great, so my policy has now been written. If you look at the bucket policy area, you could see that the policy is successfully written, right? And now let's go back to the website and just refresh this page, and we should have our cafe website open for us beautifully. Back to my management console, I can go to objects, and there is also another way to grant these public access, right? So you can just come to your objects in the bucket, select all objects, go to actions, and when you scroll down, you can make this public using what ACL, but currently it is grayed out, right? And this is because we didn't grant the ACL access, or we didn't enable ACL access from the beginning. Great, so we will leave this here. So next, we are going to protect the website data from accidental deletion. So I'll end the video here, and I'll see you in the next video for that demo.